Welcome to Bible Revealed, where we uncover the hidden truths within the scriptures. When you hear the word genie, what comes to mind? Probably a friendly blue giant popping out of a lamp, ready to grant 3 wishes, right? It's a fun, magical image we've all grown up with. But what if I told you the real story behind these powerful beings is far older and has a much darker origin than any fairy tale? Today, we re-peeling back the layers of myth to explore what the Bible really says about these mysterious spirits. The Bible never actually uses the word genie. It's a term that comes from the Arabic word jinn. However, the scriptures are filled with accounts of invisible, powerful entities that exist in a realm just beyond our own. These beings are called spirits. The Bible makes a clear distinction. There are holy spirits who serve God, and then there are unclean spirits who have turned away from Him. To understand the context, let's look at a similar concept from the Quran. In Islamic tradition, the jinn are a race of beings created by God from a smokeless fire long before humanity was ever formed from clay. They live in a world parallel to ours, unseen by human eyes, and just like us, they have free will. Some jinn are believers and do good, while others are mischievous or outright evil, serving a figure known as Iblis or Shaitan. This idea of powerful, non-human beings with their own agendas is a common thread throughout ancient cultures. But the Bible offers a unique and profound perspective on where these entities truly come from. The biblical account begins not on earth, but in the heavens, before time as we know it even began. God, in His infinite wisdom, created the angels. Imagine beings of pure light, radiant in their glory, powerful beyond human comprehension, created to worship and serve the Most High. They were magnificent, dwelling in the very presence of God. But a shadow fell upon this perfect creation. A high-ranking angel, known in tradition as Lucifer, the light-bearer, allowed pride to fester in his heart. He looked at his own beauty and power and desired to be like God Himself. This rebellion was a cataclysmic event in the spiritual realm. Lucifer was not alone in his fall. The Bible tells us in the book of Revelation that he drew 1/3 of the stars of heaven with him, a symbolic reference to a vast number of angels who chose to follow him in his rebellion. They were cast out of heaven, falling from grace. These fallen angels are what the Bible refers to as demons and unclean spirits. They are not neutral entities or wish-granting servants. They are beings that once knew the perfection of heaven and chose to forsake it for darkness. Now, they roam the earth. The Apostle Paul calls their leader Satan, the prince of the power of the air, the spirit who is now at work in the sons of disobedience. Their purpose is not to grant wishes, but to deceive, to tempt, and to lead humanity away from God. Throughout history, different cultures have given these entities various names. The ancient Greeks spoke of demons, which were not necessarily evil at first, but were seen as intermediary spirits between gods and mortals. As we've seen in Arabian folklore, they are the jinn, but the Bible cuts through all these cultural interpretations to reveal a singular, consistent truth. These are not some different race of magical creatures. They are fallen angels. They were not created to be trapped in lamps or to serve human desires. They were created by God for a holy purpose and chose to rebel. Their power is real, but their ultimate goal is deception. So when we think about the modern concept of a genie, we have to ask, what are we really talking about? The Bible warns us repeatedly to be wary of spirits that are not from God. In 1 John 4:1, we are told, "Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God." This isn't just an abstract warning, it's practical advice for a world where spiritual forces are very real. The idea of commanding a powerful spirit to do your bidding is a central theme in occultism and magic, but it stands in direct opposition to biblical teaching. The Bible's message is not about controlling spirits for personal gain, but about seeking protection from them through faith in God. Think about the classic 3 wishes trope. What do people usually wish for? Wealth, power, love. These are the very things that the devil tempted Jesus with in the wilderness. He offered Jesus all the kingdoms of the world in exchange for worship. This is the core of the deception, a promise of worldly gain at the cost of your soul. A being that offers you shortcuts to power and riches is not a friendly servant. It is a tempter, operating with the same strategy used since the Garden of Eden. The spirits described in the Bible are not interested in your happiness. They are interested in your allegiance. Jesus' ministry on earth gives us the clearest picture of the nature of these unclean spirits. Time and time again, he encountered people who were tormented, oppressed, or even possessed by them. These spirits recognized Jesus immediately, crying out, "I know who you are, the Holy One of God." They feared him because he had authority over them. Jesus never negotiated with them or tried to bargain with them. He commanded them to leave, and they had to obey. This demonstrates the absolute power of God over these forces of darkness. It also shows their true nature. They are invaders, trespassers in human lives, causing sickness, madness, and suffering. They are not wish granters. They are life destroyers. The Bible is clear that our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, against authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. This is the reality of the spiritual world. The sanitized cartoon version of a genie is a dangerous fantasy because it makes us forget the very real spiritual battle that is taking place. It paints a picture of spiritual power as something to be harnessed for fun and profit, when the Bible warns it's something to be protected from. So the next time you see a movie or read a story about a genie in a bottle, remember the truth revealed in the scriptures. The idea of powerful non-human spirits is not a fantasy. They are real, but they are not your servants. The Bible identifies them as fallen angels, beings who rebelled against God and now seek to deceive humanity. They offer power, but it comes at a terrible price. The true source of power, blessing, and fulfillment is not found in a magic lamp, but in a relationship with the God who created the heavens and the earth. He doesn't offer 3 wishes. He offers eternal life, true freedom, and a peace that surpasses all understanding. Don't be fooled by the fairy tale. Seek the truth that sets you free. Thank you for joining us on Bible Revealed. If this video opened your eyes, please give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the scriptures. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay in the light.